Alright, so we're going to go over what has sold over the last week, that being the Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday. Uh, and we had a pretty big, I don't know, you could either say milestone or it's more end of an era. Um, I sold the last deodorant that I had today. So we'll go over that because that'll be towards the end of the sales. And then also there's some footage at the end. I did a little bit of rearranging at storage slash starting to go through that Home Depot pallet. I have not 100% gone through it, but I've about 99%, about like 95% have gone through it. There's a little bit of junk, a little bit of eBay, a little bit of yard sale. So just the usual of a pallet. But a big update, and another big life change is we plan on moving sometime next year, early next year. Assuming we can find a house that we like that will fit all our needs. With that, I ended up getting another storage unit, a 10 by 30 climate controlled, for some of the inventory I have, that really should be in climate control, and just for the house because we gotta clear out a lot of stuff. Because like upstairs, it looks like an episode of Hoarders. All the inventory I have up here, some of it's listed, some of it's not, and there's some stuff that I'm probably just gonna end up, throwing out or donating that I may not have, that I normally wouldn't do, but because stuff needs to go. Um, some stuff will just end up being junk that I necessarily normally wouldn't have done. So, like I said, that's the other huge life change is we do plan on moving early next year, and with that, hopefully I will have a bigger space, possibly taking over the basement, and James, my brother, will like be in a garage space for him, and then our mom will have like hopefully like a spare bedroom or spare room to operate out of, for her side of reselling. And I'm definitely looking forward to having everything in one space because that's really what I've is really annoying about my current situation is I have the two storage units and there's inventory up here. So definitely changing up the business by keeping everything in one spot. And I did the numbers. With that 10 by 30 I rented, I would have been better off keeping it. Or not keeping it, renting that from the beginning. Because it is 50 more square feet and it's cheaper. But the thing was, at first, as I didn't know you could pay a little more money and get 24-hour access. Because that's why I didn't end up. That's why I went with the place I went with, because it has 24-hour access. Because a lot of times we're not doing stuff till James gets out of work at 11 in an hour from now. So that's when a lot of times we'll stop over there and whatever, like, sold during the day, or if I want to bring stuff over that I've processed, we can do it afterwards. So that should be everything that I wanted to tell you. So we're going to get into the sales. So starting with this Mount Vernon fire, $7.99 on that. Next is this Hazel Township Fire Rescue, $8.99. And then next we're starting to get into Thanksgiving sales, technically the weekend sales. I did an extended weekend of Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this is everything for the weekend. So this Flip Side game, $14.99 free ship. Got it from the toy pallet. So, and then next was this Funko Pop, $8.49 on that. And as you can see, I did a 15% off sale for the weekend. So I dropped this to $8.49. And there was a few sales where I also sent out an additional either 5 or 10% off, depending on how badly I wanted to get rid of the product. So some of these are even, are 20, 25% off, which is what I did last year, and it's good for the sales to do, a 15% off sale for the weekend. So next was this Catan expansion, $25.49 free ship, also from the toy palette. There's quite a few things from the toy palette that sold that you will see. Next, this was nice. These Vicks warm steam vaporizers. I had 3 of them from the Walmart palette. I listed these back in February, and all 3 of them sold on sale this weekend. So that was good to get rid of those. Next, this Wilmington, North Carolina Fire, $5.09. Next is this Bandito card game, sold at for $10.19. Next was another Funko Pop, Boruto. This one $8.49, and this one I think this is the bigger one. I know one of them was bigger than I thought. It was not. It's not one that would fit in an 864. I had to put it in a 1086, and I ended up losing money. One of these I lost like 60 cents on because the shipping ended up being killer because it had to go in a bigger box. Next was this Braun all-in-one 5-in-1 trimmer, $19.54 on that. Next, I sold one of these GE 100-watt light bulbs, $15.29. Next, this was a nice sale. Sold another one of these Disney Lightning McQueen blow-ups, Christmas decorations, $150. Free ship, and I got it online arbitrage from Bed Bath & Beyond for $73. So that was a nice flip. There was 2 of them, and I ended up making about $45 a piece. So that was nice. Definitely something I wish I would have bought more of. But with a lot of leads that I get from Bread and Butter, I'm a little hesitant to go super all in on, because there's definitely a lot of stuff that I've gotten that I just can't sell. That just can't sell, not selling well. So I'm a little hesitant to go heavy into something, especially when we're talking $73 a piece. So it's unfortunate, but I was glad to learn that these are something that are worth getting if I can come across them. Next was this UC Davis Fire Department, $5.94. This the buyer sent me a message on it asking if I had another one, and I don't. If I had another one, there's about a 99% chance it would be listed. I don't usually have doubles of stuff that's not listed. Of course, I say that, and this is something coming up on these Nike Jordan Hydro 4 slides. $76.49. This one was kind of killer because it was normally $90. Then went to 15% off, took it down to $76.49. Especially when I paid $34 for them. But I still made decent money on them. But I say that I'm pretty sure I have a second pair of these. I wanted to list the one, see if it sell, and then list the other one because I want to say the boxes were in like 2 totally different conditions. So that's why I did that. Another Vicks steamer. Next is this Wagner Control Steamer 350. Sold that for $16.99 plus 12 ship. And I do have, I went through and put all my 350s together. I do have a bunch of these that are in like new condition or like very lightly used, which this one was. And then there's 3 used ones, but I've taken them back to storage now. I did keep 2 to list because these don't sell as well. So I'm not going to keep too many of these on hand at the house. They will go to storage and be dealt with at a later time. And that's the other thing. as we don't really know when we're going to move. We should kind of just need to work on clearing out the house to get it even ready to be listed. But we're kind of in a pickle of we need to sell this house in order to have the money to go into the next house. But also, we're pretty picky about what we're going to want, so it's something that's hard to find. So that's why I said sometime early next year we're hoping to move. So anyways, these next two sold to the same buyer, but of course they did two separate orders. But this Memphis Tennessee Engine 53 Truck 2 Battalion 13 at $594, and then this Memphis Truck 2 at $424. Then there's another VIX, and then next we have this a lot of 4 Penthouse magazines. As you can see, they're all missing their covers. So they're in poor shape. So $10 plus 10 shipping. Ended up selling out on the sale at $849, and this ended up going to Los Angeles. So the shipping on this ended up being like $14. So after that and fees, it made less than $2, which was not great, but I guess it's better than nothing, because otherwise these would have been, I would have thrown these out. And as you can see, I have 2 loose covers that I think went with these 4. I'm not sure. Next, another set of light bulbs, but these were even better. I sold 5 of them to one buyer, so that was nice. It would have been better if they bought 6, because then I could have just sent the whole case. So I had to take one out of the case and sent it, but as you can see, the sale ends in 4 hours. I think even less now. I think I had it set to end at like midnight. So, but that was nice. A nice sale. Next, we're kind of getting to stuff that sold Monday here. This Lafayette, Indiana Police, $594. Sold the other Bandito card game. Next was this lot of 88 Canadian patches. As you can see, it was part of the 15% off, and then I did have best offer on this. Someone sent me an offer of $65, and I took it. Obviously, as you can see, which it's quite low from the 90 I had originally listed this at. But I just wanted to get rid of these, hence why they were put in a lot in the first place. Oh, I didn't realize I charged $8 ship on this. Oh, I'm gonna have to redo my numbers on the spreadsheet. I didn't realize I charged $8 shipping on this. So I just wanted to get rid of these, so I gladly took the $65 offer just to get rid of them. Next was this Nike Club Fleece touchscreen gloves, size XL. Sold that for a little less than $25.49. This was another one I sold out on offer. I got these from Kohl's for $9 a while back. I did recently relist them. That's why it says October 18th. But I got them long before then. Next was this Temple Terrace Fire at $339, and I'm pretty sure it sold with this together with this 70 West in Little Rock for $594. Next is a Chanute Fire, $594. And then the last thing, of course, was the last deodorant at $19.54. So, as you can see, 124 units sold. And they were listed back in October of 2023. So, that is it on the deodorant. The little bit that I have left, I'm going to keep for myself. I'm not going to bother adding in like the 1 or 2 more units that I could do. I'm just going to keep them all for myself. So, and then the other thing was, I did get a second sale on Mercari. This Nike Air Jordan Club cap hat. Sold it for $19, which as you can see is quite a steep discount from the $30 it was listed for. Because after shipping and cost of goods, I only made like $2 on this. So that's one of the things I hate about Mercari is you kind of have to price things up. Because if you plan out sending out offers, the offers need to be pretty low, it seems. So, that's not good for you if you have a higher cost of goods like I did on these. These, I think, cost like $10, which is about, what I pay for hats is about $10. So, and there's nothing on the other account. I even did I want to say like a 30% off sale on that account and got absolutely no sales last week. Not a single one. So, that's not good either. Because I do plan on closing that account, I think. Or at least leaving some of the lots that are on there, or where I have a lot of quantity on, leaving those listings, and then probably taking everything else down, and probably going through and just purging a lot of patches. I'm thinking about doing, really trying to cut down on them and get out of that game. But it does provide, steady sales. But it's also the mindset of all those, there's like 1,200 listings. I have to move all of that inventory. So I will probably do a big sale at some point next year when we have more of a better idea. I'll probably do a big sale, so I don't have to, so I have less things to move. So, other than that, I'm going to show you the little bit of footage I took when I was organizing the storage unit. And other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Alright, so we're at storage, and we finally got the shelf built. So this is the other one I ended up going with, this Husky 5 shelf. The 90-inch one, the 9,000 pound capacity. And that's what it looks like over there. So I went with the bigger shelf than these ones. And I think I'm going to make this like a yard sale shelf. This is purely what this is going to be, is just yard sale stuff. And no eBay over here, nothing. Because that's another thing I kind of want to do. And as you can see, there's crap piled everywhere. And there's that pallet and this pallet. And I'm starting to go through them now for when I put them away. Because a lot of this is yard sale stuff. But I'll pull whatever's eBay now and whatever's yard sale. Can go on the shelf, and I'm checking it to make sure it's still good. To make sure it's actually good. It's not storing junk or anything like I did before. Like I said, I'm starting to go through the mailboxes, and if there's anything wrong with them, junk. James does have some tags and Sharpies, because I do want to go through and price stuff as well. Price it now, because that's a new thing I'm trying to do, is price it now while I'm going through it. Anything that's going to be yard sale, so I'm not having to scramble next year when we go to do it, struggling to figure out prices on stuff. It'll be already priced now, is what I'm trying to do. So, like in these boxes, there's a piece of paper that has where I went through and kind of figured out what prices I want to do, and then at some point, obviously, I'll need to put the stickers on them. But otherwise, it's 95% priced, which will help. And then whatever it's gonna be, like Facebook Marketplace kind of stuff, like these, like those mailboxes will be. But like those ones I'll save for the yard sale. But now that we've decided we're gonna be moving some point next year, I don't know if we're gonna even be doing the yard sale at the house, at the old house, or if it'll be at a new house. I don't know. It depends on what comes up on the market, because we do plan on moving sometime next year when something good comes up on the market that we want. Because the house we're in now, it's not big enough. Hence why we have to have storage units. We're hoping that we can find something that'll be big enough to keep it at home and not have to have storage units. But I would also like a warehouse. That would be nice, because that's one of the main things, is I don't like how inventory is all over the place. Some's in this storage unit, some's in the other storage unit. I have some in the eBay room, some in my bedroom, there's stuff in my closet. Like last night, there was an inflatable that I came here, because I'm like, I'm not sure if it's here or not. And I checked the house, but I didn't check it very well, because it was in my closet. And there's like stuff too that like shoes, I'm not really sure if they should be in here, if they should stay somewhere that's kind of climate controlled. I mean, it should be it's probably be fine for like the winter, but like that too, because these aren't climate controlled. So that's why I said we're gonna hopefully find something to move into, somewhere to move to. But then if we do, it's gonna be kind of far from here. It was the only downside. This is pretty close to the house where we're looking. This is gonna be pretty far. It'll be like 20+ minute drive. So another reason why I'd hopefully something where we can keep everything at the house, like maybe the basement kind of thing. Keep the basement. I can keep like everything in the basement kind of thing. But then also with the scrap side, that could kind of be like outside or both, or just get like a shed for it or something. I don't know. We'd kind of have to figure that out once we got the new house. So like I said, a lot of this is yard sale stuff, which is not really what I want. I want eBay inventory, and these Home Depots usually are good for that, but there's so many mailboxes on them and mailbox related stuff that there's not much that's eBay worthy on this pallet, which is not good. It's not what I wanted, but that's what happens when you don't actually see the pallet in person. You commit to it online. This I know should be eBay, but it's definitely missing something. It's way too light. Like I know the last one I had, it only had, I think, the left side, or it was missing one of the sides. But I still managed to sell it pretty quick. But these I know are easy $40 a piece, assuming they're good. Like I said, these were super expensive. I know at Home Depot they were like $120, so I'm hoping those would be something good. Oh yeah, Simpson Strong Tie, this should be something good. Oh yeah, there's another trap. So there's 4 of these. Smaller ones. These are good, assuming they're all there, but they almost never are. These Universal Hardware door closers. There's always something missing out of them. They're never brand new. There's a few things. Oh yeah, backpack sprayer, another 4-gallon backpack sprayer. Something with this, I don't even know what it is. So that's why we're going through it. Anchor ground spike. I can read that much. So, like I said, time to get back to work. James is over at his organizing it as well. Still a little sick, but oh yeah, like there's all these sprayers. It's just yard sale stuff. Yard sale, $5 at a time kind of thing, which is not what I was hoping for. I spent, $700 on this pallet, but anyways, like I said, I'm gonna get through, processing and organizing, and I'll show you the after results. Like I said, I already got 2 mailboxes up there. I'm not entirely happy with how this little bit of gap space is. I don't really know what I'm going to shove there, but I do want to keep a good amount of space like in between on these ones, because obviously these are, like if I'm putting heavy stuff, it's going to be on like one of these 2 shelves. Which is actually why I probably should have made the gap space closer to down here, because I was thinking about these tiles. Putting like these tiles on one of them. But they may stay over here, because that's going to be like more of a Facebook Marketplace kind of thing. Not necessarily making it to the yard sale. So, anyways, I got a lot of Home Depot to go through. Let's get back to work. Alright, so we're most of the way done. I got through all the mailboxes up there. Those are all processed. Those are all good. There's only 2, actually, that were no good. That one, which I mean, could be fixed. Just a little rivet. The little rivet for the interior parts where you can lock it. But I mean, otherwise it's fine. And then this one, it's one of the nicer ones, but it's missing a couple pieces for like the flag, and one of the side rail pieces was broke anyways, so just junked it. And then the other one, there was another one like it. The handle was missing a screw, so I just switched the handles because the handle on that one was good. It's up there, so. And then the sprayers I got through, and like I said, I got through most of it. The pallet is what's left, and there's a couple of the other things lying around too that I didn't get to. But it's mostly the posts, and there's a couple of like mystery things because I don't really know what they are. I'm gonna have to try and do some research, see if I can figure out what they are. The garage door opener, not entirely sure. It's definitely not brand new, I can tell you that much, but I'm not sure how much of it is good. And I'm not really too sure on those bigger mailboxes either. The one I opened it's upside down. The other one looks new. Like I said, this is a pile of garbage. Oh yeah, all 3 of those boxes of edging, none of them had stakes, so that's garbage. Because the stakes are super expensive, so forget it, garbage. This, it's missing the trigger. It's got most of everything else, but like the trigger piece is missing. What else? Oh yeah, this other ortho sprayer is missing the nozzle. Has everything else, but missing the nozzle, so that's garbage. That sprayer, one of them, it was brand new, but it was missing the actual pump part. So what the hell? And then there was another one where it was used, but I just pulled the pump part out of it and then just put it in the brand new one. And the other one, that'll just be garbage. There's that one, that's a 2-gallon one. I don't know, it's dirty and it sounds like it's got a leak in it or something. So that might end up also just being garbage. It's not a big deal, those sprayers are not worth that much. But I pulled, and the truck is full of all eBay stuff. Stuff that I know is for eBay. This is other, this is kind of an eBay file cabinet. This is smaller yard sale stuff. I do have boxes. I could have made one up, but or just like throw it down there with the other ones. But I'll do that later. I'm not worried about doing that right now. Because it's already like what, 4:30 you said?
It's 4:50 now.
It's almost 5 o'clock, and it's Thanksgiving, so Thanksgiving dinner is probably been done, but it's not really anything special anyways. We don't really eat anything on any traditional Thanksgiving foods, so just ham. Say we don't even make a turkey, we make ham, so not in a huge rush to get back and eat dinner, but this is good enough for now. I'll deal with the rest of this some other day. Kind of finish it off, get the trash out of here, and finish going through that stuff so I can get it priced and then put it on the shelf for storage. And then I gotta tackle this other half of stuff as well. It needs to be, I need to label it for what pallet it came from and start pricing stuff to then be put on this shelf and like this one or whatever. So I don't know, we can fit another pallet in here. Just take this crap, throw it over there. Could fit another one, and there's some space in the other unit as well, which that also needs to get organized at some point as well, so we can fit some more stuff in there. So we can fit some of Grandma's stuff in there. And I don't like how that pallet that we made a shelf out of is in there anyways. So
you mean the half-ass up the other ratchet up to the wall?
Yeah, it's ratchet strapped to the wall. It's not meant to be permanent. So like I said, I don't really want to take one of these because I think for Grandma's stuff, a lot of it will be in like totes and boxes. So we can just stack it up. There's no need to have a shelf to like do an actual shelf. So those pallets can go. And then there's this extra one, but I do want to keep like 1 or 2 pallets lying around because they are useful to have. Like in this situation, I was able to just throw it on pallet, throw the stuff on pallets. So if I did like start raining or whatever, I could hurry up and get it brought back in. So now there's an actual siren. Whatever manufacturing plant over there has some siren, like alarm thing that's been going off for hours, but that was an actual siren. So that's it for now.